Okay, welcome back. Happy holidays. My name is Rachel Schultz, and with me is McKenna Gruber. We're going to be doing a movie review on The Greatest Game Ever Played. It is starring Shia LaBeouf. It was filmed in 2005, and it's set in the 1913 year, and it's based in Boston and London. So it's an amazing movie. I've watched it a million times. McKenna, how many times have you seen it?
A good bit. It's awesome.
It's about golf, but it's also heavily expresses discrimination between social classes. Country clubs and golf in general was only for the upper class, and if you weren't upper class, then you basically didn't matter. Allowing Francis to even play in the qualifying rounds emphasizes the negative views the upper class had of the lower class, and I think that's really what the focus is about. I mean, would you say that's the focus?
Yeah, that is the focus, and how even though he was good at something, you still have to practice for it, and you have to go out and make something of yourself.
Yeah, you have to overcome all these things, and when you're lower class and you're not prestigious enough, it gets in the way at that point in time, and even today it still does, which really just brings us to how it's related today, and it's not only so expensive today. Golf is one of the most expensive sports. You have country clubs, you have to buy your way into being a member. You have to buy golf clubs with people that are interested in golf in general. If they don't have enough money to buy this equipment, then they could end up with hand-me-down golf clubs or something like that, to where they're not getting what they can to have the opportunity to be the best that they can, even if they do have a natural ability like Francis did. So I think he got pretty lucky. Not lucky, but
Yeah.
The story, he's a natural and once noticed, which led to the start of his amateur career at the US Open, where he competed with some of the top pro golfers, like his idol Harry Barden, Ted Ray, Walter Hagen, Wilfred Reed. McKenna, do you know any of those? Because nope, I don't. Who's your favorite golfer?
Yeah,
Tiger Woods.
God no. I don't have a favorite golfer, but I enjoy the sport. I enjoy watching it, but as of right now, no. But I always
As of right now, are you gonna start watching it?
Maybe. The movie really inspired me.
Me too.
But I'm always cool for those amateurs.
So basically, spoiler, he wins, and he was just awesome. Would you recommend it?
Yeah, I would.
I mean, I think my favorite part of it, or one of my favorite parts, is that it's based on a true story, and it's the underdog story. Everyone loves the underdog story. The transparency of discrimination is why I like it. It's a look back at how things were and how things still are, and how one of the club members, for example, in the film was talking to Francis, and said to him, caddies are not supposed to play in the US Open, it's not for your kind. And I think that's a super big line. It just reminds us that people aren't always kind, and if you weren't upper class, you didn't matter, and they're not sorry about it. They're not sorry for the way they act. They think they're above you, and I think that's a major issue and a thing that was very present in it, and that's why I liked it. I mean, what do you think?
I also liked it because, I recommend it because it's about, taking chances, and Francis was born with a natural gift, and his father in the movie kept saying he wanted him to work manually or not do golf because golf is given to you, but what his father didn't realize is Francis had to work for that, even though he was born with the gift, and his father was disappointed in him. Francis had to work to earn his title of not being the underdog anymore, and he put himself in those environments, such as being surrounded by golfers and like going to different clubs to take chances and scratch out all those social and political issues and just went along with it. Can you mention something about other issues in the movie?
Oh yeah, I really like the part of Harry Burton that it's not just like a physical game, it's a mental game too. He, when he was little, he had these guys come to his house and like they built a golf course on top of his little like hut that he lived in with all of his family because he was poor. And now like when he's playing the game, he sees these ghosts of the four men and it just like, it's a mental game that messes him up, and in the film, like, you see that he misses putts because of it, because he can see them. So to him, like, it's a mental game more than a physical game, because he knows that he's more than, like, he's really good. So, I mean, I think we recommend it. I would watch it again. I'm making Kendall watch it again. She is going to probably watch it again. And so,